looking at some stuff. It's hard to fathom that you're entering your 10th full season of baseball, isn't it?
It is very hard to fathom that. This is kind of weird that I got a 3 in my age now at the start of it. This feels like yesterday I just got here, but it's still fun for me. It's a blast coming to spring training every year and getting ready for a long season. There's nothing better than this. So hopefully I got 10 more after this too.
Did you put an age on how much longer you want to play? Is there a year, or just how you put your body and mind?
Yeah, it's all about the body. I feel great. Hopefully I can get 8 to 10 more years. We'll see how that we'll reassess that in 6-7 years and see how we're doing.
How good do you feel though? You got the elbow cleaned up.
Yeah, I feel really good. I think it was more mentally draining for me last year at the end because I just couldn't do what I wanted to do. I knew I was off and I couldn't really work on anything to fix it. So that was the most frustrating part. But the body feels good. The elbow feels really good. It's the first time probably 7-8 years that I had no pain hitting in the off season. So it just puts a smile on my face just talking about it. So it's been great. It's been a great off season. Hit a lot more than I normally do because that was part of rehab. So I'm kind of ready to go already.
What does that do for you when you don't have that pain for 8 years? I feel like
it feels good because usually it would take about a week and a half. I'd hit twice and then I had to take a week and a half, 2 weeks off because it would hurt to put a ball on the tee. So then I got used to it because that's what bone chips and all that stuff, they move around and all this, and it would go away. And then for some reason it just decided not to go away last year. But it was time to clean it out. They cleaned it out and I feel great.
So when Freddie Freeman has bone chips and fragments in an elbow and still has career highs and home runs and RBI, what does a healthy Freeman do in 2020?
I don't know. Hopefully it just be a normal season. If I think I've told you guys my whole career, if I stay healthy, I feel like the numbers will be there. So that's the whole goal, is to be healthy and play 162 games.
I heard you joke with Ozuna. You want to see 36 homers.
Yeah.
What does a guy like that do to this?
It's big. When I talk about lineup and construction and all that, it's not about left, this and that. I think when you put a right-handed bat behind me and then maybe even another one with this 3-batter rule, it gives me an opportunity for damage more. It's not about more pitches and all this and then you get more strikes. It's more about, are they going to take the lefty out or put a lefty in for me just in case they have to face Ozuna with the lefty and all this. So it gives, just like last year with Donaldson behind me, they didn't want to take, so most of the times they didn't take the righty out because they wanted him to face Josh. So it just gave me an opportunity for more damage, and I think that's why my numbers went up last year.
How nice will it be to have this lineup set from day one? Like last year, you got switched in the middle of May.
Yeah.
And took off.
Thank goodness we did, huh? That was good. It's good. I think everyone kind of knows where they're going to be already going into it. Having a healthy Dansby, what he did in the first half last year before he got hurt was he was on to something special there. So having a full season of him, hopefully, and just everyone more comfortable. Everyone kind of got into a groove last year. Everyone Ozzie was fantastic. I don't think he gets talked about enough because of Acuna, but he completely took the next step, I thought, last year. And just having d'Arnaud, he having a healthy d'Arnaud, we all knew he was really good with the Mets, and for him to finally stay healthy and put together a good season and turn that into him coming here is going to be big for us. So we got a great lineup, deep lineup. I think we're going to score a lot of runs again.
Everyone would have liked to see Josh come back, but when you heard what Plan B was, what was your reaction?
My Plan B is I love Johan Camargo and Austin Riley. Is Austin Riley going to do what he did in the first 4 weeks he got called up? I don't think anybody can do that. I think Austin hopefully is on the same track as Ozzie 2 years ago. He had a great first half and struggled in the second half, had a great season last year. So he looks great. Swing is a lot cleaner, shorter. Johan Camargo in 2018, he was great. I mean, when you hit 275 with 18 and 70, I mean, and play pretty good defense, I don't know what else you can really ask from someone. So if he does that and Austin does that, well, it's going to be a great battle in spring training because because you can tell Johan's hungry. So I think Plan B is okay because we got Ozuna in left too. So we're going to pick up. I think we're going to pick up right where we left off in 2019.
Austin yesterday was talking about how this is the most he's ever seen position players show up early. How much does that speak about how hungry this team is right now?
We're hungry. I don't know about specific dates and reporting and all that. I think it's different for everyone. I always know Cakes is day of reporting day. He's going to be here. I just hugged him in the weight room. We all know that. When you get older, you realize what you need to do and realize how long spring training is. I used to get here 7-8 days when I was before reporting date when I was his age. It's obviously taken a little bit longer for me to get down here. Most everyone's pretty much ready to go from day one when they get to spring these days. It's a year-round thing now, but that's a bad taste from last year's playoffs. So I think everyone's really excited about this year to get going again.
When you think back to the player you were almost a decade ago,
Yeah.
and could you have envisioned then that you would assume the kind of leadership position you have, and how important is that role to you to be kind of a tone setter?
I don't think I could envision that because I'm not the rah-rah yell. I think that's usually people just kind of gravitate toward that kind of stuff, but the game has changed a little bit. I view it as if I'm on the field every day playing the game the right way, I think that's an accountability. I think that's no matter how you feel and that you still put your cleats on and go out there and play. I think you kind of gain a respect factor. I know how to get through a 162 game season. I think that's how I think a lot of that's that's how you can lead. I like to lead by examples, and on the field, anybody can yell something, say something, but if you don't back it up, then what's the point? So I rather do it on the field and let that talk for me. And I don't think I could have envisioned being 20 years old when you're around Chipper and Billy Wagner and Tim Hudson and those kind of guys, D. Ross, because he led by talking. So I don't think I could envision this at all, but am I happy it's gone like this? Very much so.